Legend Dom Irrera.
Legend. First of all, it's great to have the five of us back together again. Like old times, huh? I embrace you. I'm sorry I had to leave for America. But I'll be back.
Dom, I want to ask you, are you easy to break up?
Certain people. Certain people can make me laugh all the time.
Who?
Jason Byrne. Jason Byrne, always, he owns me because he's so goofy.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah, he co-hosted the show with us once. It was hilarious.
He's nuts.
He's crazy.
I know. I don't know what he says to his children. Calm down. Calm down, will you?
And Dom DeLuise, did you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. He was so good to my family.
Was he?
And he was one of those guys that ordered pizzas as an appetizer. You know when people go, what could have gone wrong? How did he die? I'm thinking, how did he live? How did he live so long with all the food and the blood sugar thing?
Yeah.
He was like 800 pounds by the time he died.
Oh. Really?
He actually exploded.
But he's funny.
He was so funny.
Oh, brilliant.
He could make you cry laughing.
Now, Dom, you went on tour with Cher.
Yeah.
What was that like? That sounds fascinating.
Well, let me tell you, in the sack, she was okay, but... no, I wouldn't... She looks too much like female impersonators of her to actually turn me on. You know what I mean? It's like kind of skeevy to me. But she was a lot of fun to work with. She was cool. She was she had a good sense of humor, but she was weird because she was isolated from the world. So they never brought her, like if she got a bad review or something, they never brought it to her. It's like only good news for the Queen, you know. But with me, it was different because she was my boss, but not really. I had my own thing, and so she was a little bit different than being like, you know, the ruler. But she was lazy, like, you know, it's like, I saw McCartney a few weeks ago, and he did 3 hours. He didn't even have a glass of water.
You mean Paul?
Paul McCartney, yeah. As opposed to many of the other McCartneys.
Bob McCartney, yeah.
Bobby McCartney, little Louis McCartney.
Dom, you're always on the road. You're very busy. What do you miss the most about not having a base? I mean, what's it like on the road all the time?
Well, you know, I have to wear a lot of protection because of the women that crawling all over me all the time. Seriously, it gets exhausting. I actually have to fake orgasm just to... I'm serious.
To get him away?
Yeah, to get him away.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, it's like a trade-off. You can't have everything. If you're on the road, it's the adventure. You know, I'm coming here to Australia because I wanted to. You know, it's not like I got to get to Australia to make some money. You know, I mean, I'm doing fine there, but it's cool. It's a cool life, you know.
Do you want to play a little word
I'd like to share it with you, by the way.
Of course you would.
No, you know why? He noticed your heels.
Oh, yes, you did. You did notice my heels.
They
Very
are some
observant
kinky
man.
fetish heels.
Georgie doesn't know where to look. Hey, do you want to do a word association with me?
Yes, I do.
Good. I've got some
Keep the
here.
show moving.
Now, these are all shows or people you've been involved with, and I just want one word or a sentence.
Okay.
First thing that comes to your mind, Dom Irrera, legendary comic.
I'm not a legend. I'm just older. Rodney Dangerfield was a legend.
Oprah.
I'll tell you, Oprah, brilliant.
Jay Leno.
Not as brilliant. You know what's boring about Jay Leno is I know him for so long, and I do this show called The Craig Ferguson Show. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a Scottish comedian. He's making it big now. But he talks to you like we're doing now. Leno, he's reading cue cards over my head.
Yeah.
It's like, Jay, just
not listening.
let's talk. Yeah, exactly. What were you saying?
The View.
View. Couldn't hold a candle to you for. No, they're too angry and like their opinions. I mean, it's just an opinion, but they act like this is like written in stone, and it gets to be annoying to hear them. You know, I'd like to punch Whoopi Goldberg. Not in a bad way. I'd like to take her out.
She could probably take you out.
Seinfeld.
Brilliant. A different species, not human in the same. Here's Jerry, right? He comes over to see me one time. We're doing a gig in Vegas. And he says, I broke up with Stacy today. He was going out with his dentist daughter. Right? Which is not always a good thing to do. I'll give you my daughter. Yeah. So he broke up with her, and I said, well, if you want to talk about it, and this is how he's so disconnected, but, you know, it's like so interesting. I said, you want to talk to him? I'm here for you. He goes, what's there to talk about? We broke up. It's over. It's over. I go, but don't you have, like, feelings? Like, did you miss her or something? You hate her? You love her? No, it's over. And that's him, you know. And that's why him and Larry David were such a good combination, because Larry David, everything bothered him.
Yeah. Everybody Loves Raymond, one of my favourites.
He was one of those guys that everybody was happy for. You know, like a Jason Bourne type character, like everybody likes. So when he hit it big, nobody expected it. I remember we were at the Comedy Awards and they were number 41 in the ratings, and he was all depressed because he likes being depressed. He does. He gets something out of it. And I said to him, look, at least you have a show, and how great is that? And you can always do stand-up. He goes, yeah, but we'll probably be taken off the air, and I'll be, like everything is negative. But I'm glad for him.
Turned out great for him.
Yeah.
Two more, Golden Girls.
I can't believe that you have Golden Girls.
I loved Golden Girls.
I did the Golden Girls so long ago, they were in their 20s.
And to finish up, one of your close friends, George Clooney.
George Clooney never changed. Really a cool guy. One of the guys that you wouldn't disappoint you. Certain people, remember we used to talk about Bing Crosby beating his children. George Clooney is one of those guys that you go, man, that's cool. He's exactly the same, but richer. One time he told me, we used to play basketball together a lot, and he says, I got to talk to you. I said, what is he? He goes, I quit Roseanne today. Roseanne was the #1 show on television. I go, wow, you had the balls to quit Roseanne? He goes, I'll get something better. And he didn't say it like in an arrogant way, but he really did. He got something a lot better.
He had good branding with his auntie, I think, didn't he? Rosemary Clooney.
Yeah, he did. And he had 50 pilots. It wasn't like George came out of nowhere. He just happened. We used to look at him, me and my wife at the time, him and this other guy who was better looking than him, and we go, how friggin' good looking do you have to be to make it in this town? And then finally he hit.
We just want to say thank you so much for doing the show, and we hope you enjoy Australia.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Please put your hands together for our beautiful Dom.
Thank you.